All right. Hello, guys. What's up? What's up, everybody? All right. So today we're redoing the Marble Duck podcast, and we're restarting the podcast. We're getting back in the flow of things because obviously that BF6 thing kind of the beta really threw it off because I had to pay full attention to the beta and everything. So we're gonna be talking all things BF6 with Marble Duck today. And I guess without further ado, let's get them on. Let's get them on. I know you can't hear me. I was doing the
Okay, wasn't sure where we were.
Yeah. Okay. So let me full screen this and then. All right. Oh, hello, chat. How you guys doing? We'll do the YouTube intro in a couple seconds here. If you want to pull up the chat, I'm not sure if you have it up, or if you really even need to.
Yeah, give me a second. Are you on which system are you live on right now?
Twitch. You can pull up the
Okay.
Twitch chat. Just if there's any questions you see that you want to answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and your shirt are almost the same color. Awesome. Thank you. God fucking damn it. All right, we'll do the YouTube intro now. Hey guys, welcome back to the Battlefield podcast. I know took a bit of a break from it, and technically we already did this podcast once, Marble Duck, but we're redoing it because it was invalidated due to the BF6 beta, so we need to re-record it. Guess is Marble Duck. I guess I'll open this by saying he has forsaken us, as he stated in the previous podcast, but he's still willing to give his opinion on certain things. So, welcome to the podcast again, and we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, happy to be on again. Obviously, if you listen to the last podcast, we're not going to cover the same things, but we might cover some similar themes. There is a lot more information now. There's a lot more that's public now, so there's honestly a lot more interesting stuff that we can talk about more specifically.
Yeah.
I've been kind of watching the comments on various videos of various creators, and one thing I noticed, I saw a lot of people comparing the hype over this game with the hype for Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. Wanted to give my 2 cents on that. If you have followed my channel, you know that I predicted 2042 would be an absolute disaster after Battlefield 5 because I pointed out that at that point DICE didn't really know what they had done wrong with Battlefield 5. They had some good parts and they had a lot of bad parts, and they didn't really know which was which, and they weren't really able to figure out which ones to bring over to the next title. From what I have seen, they have completely resolved this for Battlefield 6.
Which is
Believe
unbelievable.
me, I would tell you. Yeah, no. And this is a leadership thing, right? It's not like magically the developers have changed. The team is slightly different, but not completely different. You have competent leadership now who's really able to leverage the technical skills of their subordinate teammates to really create a good product. Battlefield 2042 felt like very much a design by hierarchical top down, where you have this one guy who doesn't really understand the various technical components that go into the game, having all these good idea fairies. No one's saying no, fuck off, this is a dumb idea, what you have to do if you're a subordinate and your leader has the good idea fairy, give them good ideas. I don't see that happening with Battlefield 6. So whatever the leadership change has been for this game, it's really been a good thing. I don't see any issues where it's like they're focused on like creating a good shooter experience.
Yeah.
Not like technical achievements like 128 player count.
Yeah, which was such a gimmick from the very beginning. I mean, I remember just hearing 128 players, I'm just going, this is just like some sort of gimmick marketing stunt. Oh my god, we can go bigger, so that means it's better, sort of thing. But the leadership, you're spot on with that. As soon as I heard they're bringing on some of these names, I mean, they're bringing on Vince Zampella, Byron Bede, Alexia Christofi has played a large role in a lot of it as well. And she's not new. But then, of course, we had Marcus Leto come on and then go off, which explains some of the bad news we've heard about the campaign, which I'm not sure we'll touch on the campaign, but they definitely brought the big shots on, and you can tell EA was like, okay, let's actually lock the fuck in, because this is really bad, guys. This is really bad, and we need to make a fucking good game now. And I didn't think we would be in this position, honestly, because, well, I guess we'll touch on the beta and your thoughts on what you've seen. I'm not sure how much you've seen, but the BF6 beta was really interesting. I've now been a part of 2, going on 3 Battlefield launches in my, I guess, content creation journey. And this one is a complete 180 in comparison to 2042. I remember being live for the 2042 beta and telling people straight up, I'm like, this game is going to be dog shit and you shouldn't buy it. And just a wall of people, first time chats, you can see if it's the first message they've ever typed, just saying, oh, you know, it's an old build, whatever. It's the beta, you know, basically full cope. And then, of course, the game releases and it's exactly what I said it would be, and what you said it would be. But with BF6, it's like the consensus is this is suspiciously good. Where's the catch? Like, how are we gonna get rug pulled, basically? Because it's like the community's so like hurt and just broken by the past 2 titles, where it doesn't even feel like we can have a good game be delivered from EA and DICE and other studios alike. So it's very strange. Going from 2042 to BF6 is about the biggest 180 you could possibly make, so far at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really gives you an idea of just as a middle manager, that's what I do. That's my day job. I interface between, you know, the senior leadership who sets a vision, sets a climate, and then the people who actually get it done. It's really funny how you can see how senior leadership, the best senior leaders are ones that you're not really aware of existing. If you are a person who's like, you know, a junior designer, you know, a middle designer, where you are responsible for, you know, managing a team maybe of designers. If you're not aware of senior leadership existing, that's probably a pretty good thing. Where senior leadership can really fail is if they micromanage, they set goals without consulting with their subordinate leaders. They try to push stuff down rather than accepting input back up. That's something where you can really fail. I feel like that was really what happened with 2042. This is a question of a failure in leadership. What senior leaders need to do is they need to set the climate, set the tone, set the vision, and then let those technical experts run with that.
And it really feels like they have, because for the first time ever, I feel like we're seeing a lot more developer transparency. Like before in BF5, and I'm sure the chat will agree, and maybe I'll put the chat up on the YouTube video in an edit so you guys can see the answers. In BF5, it was like, holy shit, DICE said something. Like, wow, like I'm going to make a 10-minute video over just how unbelievable it is that we actually got a statement from them. And now, you know, prior to BF6, getting followed on Twitter by like lead producers. David Serland is in my chat talking to people in here. He's like one of the main dudes on the game. It's like, this is really different. And, I mean, there's so much regular communication on Twitter and on Reddit now, and they're replying to just random people with random questions all the time. It really feels like they're actually actively trying to show us things are going to be different now, and hopefully there's not going to be some sort of, you know, big big catch where maybe the BR fails or something and everything sucks, but it feels a lot different this time around, definitely. So I just want to, based off what you've seen, I'm not sure if you played any of BF6, but what did you think about the beta and the overall reception, and maybe some specific aspects of it, like, you know, the direction and some, I don't know, maybe you've seen some gunplay. Just give me your
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, so the gunplay is really interesting. First off, the gunplay is designed by the guy who did actually this guy's been around for a while. So he was responsible for the Battlefield 4 fix. You know, if you remember when Battlefield 4 launched, the balance was pretty much equivalent with Battlefield 3, which is to say it was kind of pretty shit. It was fixed, you know, about kind of in its mid-cycle when they brought on some of the Simtic people, and he's been around. The only title that he didn't work on was 2042, and it really shows. But as I've indicated before, leadership has really let him cook with this one in a way that he hasn't been before. There are a lot of new weapon mechanics that are super interesting, um, that we haven't seen before in Battlefield titles. So first, with the whole like every weapon is available to every class, that means that every weapon is balanced with the intent of it being competitive against all the other weapons. So it's not like you have that cop out where carbines are, oh, well, they're just worse assault
Worse
rifles. Like they're
ARs.
literally supposed to be worse assault rifles. Carbines here are just different. They have better hip fire. Off the top of my head, they have better hip fire, better spread increase. I think. Let me pull up my notes here. Better hip fire, better ADS time, better ADS move speed, better swap times, better sprint out times, lower spread increase, and generally speaking, more vertical recoil than horizontal, and worse muzzle velocity. So those are all factors. A lot of those things didn't straight up just didn't exist in prior titles.
Yeah.
All weapons within a class had the exact same swap
It
speed,
was
sprint out speed.
mostly damage model differences.
Yeah, and here that's clear that they've really gone in and tuned each individual weapon with its own individual unique damage model. I haven't played long enough with it to really feel how it feels on all the weapons. I'd really like to feel all of them at once. Um,
Feels good.
but I think they've done like let's be honest. DICE has been trying to make low rate of fire weapons worthwhile for like 14 years now, and they still haven't done it. The AK-74 was trash in Battlefield 3 because it's like, why would you use it when you have the M16? You could get like an extra 200 rounds per minute rate of fire and the same recoil, the same spread increase. They tried to do it with Battlefield 4, but the way the system was coded, you couldn't have, um, well, here, if you just think about it, right? So spread decrease per shot, it only turns on in Battlefield 4 when your weapon is ready to fire. A 900 RPM weapon is going to be ready to fire sooner than a 650 RPM weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So that 900 RPM weapon is getting it's easier. Sorry, I need notes for this. A 900 RPM weapon is going to more quickly return to its base spread simply because it can start decreasing sooner than a 650 RPM weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a limitation that they were working with the way Battlefield 4 was designed. They kind of started fixing that with Battlefield 1. Still didn't quite get it. With Battlefield 5, we're getting somewhere, but that's just an absolute screen shake simulator. Absolutely horrible. And then finally here we've got, I think they've done a pretty, I've seen, I've seen people say, oh, AK-205 is bad. I've seen people say, oh, AK-205 is great. I think that's a good thing, where we've got people who like it, people who don't.
Yeah, so touching on the AK-205, pretty much the only thing that made it viable and interesting was the fact that it offered headshot multiplier changing ammo types. And I want to say that chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but base HSM was like 1.35, then ballistic tip, soft point, no, it was soft point, put it up to 1.7, and then synthetic tip put it up to 2.1. So you had a weapon that was initially extremely underwhelming damage model wise, but then you could specialize it to being basically a niche mid-range headshot carbine, which really did not exist before. And I don't necessarily understand, not that I don't understand, but I don't know if it's a good idea to allow headshot multipliers to be changed on the fly like that with an attachment system, because it was definitely best in slot, like non-negotiable for pretty much any weapon that offered those headshot multiplier ammo types. But it was definitely another example of something that wasn't there before in previous Battlefield games that offered, you know, more customization, more differentiation between specific weapon types. And I will say, I played about 80 hours of the beta. I tried to use all the weapon types, and they all felt viable. Strangely, the weapons that felt the most underwhelming were actually the submachine guns, due to just range limitations. I feel like I could pick the M417 carbine or the NVO assault rifle, and it just felt better because the gunplay is kind of similar in 2042's to a way where it does reach out. I'd say it reaches out to a longer distance than some previous Battlefield games, and it feels like it's more accurate.
So part of that is the way they've changed the way spread increase and recoil works. Generally speaking, and I have notes on this somewhere, the low rate of fire weapons take about 10 shots to get to their max spread. The high rate of fire weapons will take much less than that, like 5 shots off the top of my head. And recoil has been reworked significantly. It's not using the left, right, up model anymore. So before it was a Cartesian offset. So you'd have a given amount up and then a given amount left or right. And that left or right was a completely random value within a left-right bound. So they've moved to a system now where it's entirely polar. So instead of having a horizontal recoil, which is random plus fixed vertical recoil, you now have a basically it's just a magnitude and a direction. So
You're saying
weapons
the
that are
entire
generally
base system is just completely different.
yeah, it's completely different. So it's not horizontal recoil plus vertical recoil anymore. It's magnitude and direction.
Okay.
So the way it works is generally low rate of fire weapons have both a decreased magnitude and decreased possible direction variance.
Okay.
Whereas high rate of fire weapons obviously have more magnitude, more direction, plus minus degrees variance. So it makes it more consistent while still giving you that Battlefield experience where, the low rate of fire weapons are valuable. Yes, they have less damage per second close up, but the idea is to give them very good damage per second relative to the high rate of fire weapons, just by virtue of actually having the hit rate. It seems to be working. Again, I need more time with it. I think everyone needs more time to it. But the coolest part, though, and especially with the headshot ammo, they can tweak that by just making it more expensive. Instead of having to rework everything from the ground up, they can literally just make it somewhat more expensive. And that
Yeah.
means it's a bigger opportunity cost.
Do you think it's a good idea to allow being able to change HSM though?
I don't know. I think it has some utility. I think if you want to make these, I think it needs more time to really see how the meta develops. I think if it feels like the AK-205 is viable only with the headshot ammo, maybe the AK-205 itself needs a different buff, not necessarily nerf the headshot ammo. By the way, in the chat, Yes, the Scar H and the Bulldog, technically those are low rate of fire weapons, but those do not count as low rate of fire weapons because they have a -1 bullet to kill versus the standard AR damage model. In the 4 versus 3, so for example, in Battlefield 3, if the difference is between 4 and 3 bullet kills, the Scar H actually has the same time to kill if it's a 3 bullet kill as the AEK 971. It's fast. Like a 600 RPM weapon at 3 bullet kill is the same time to kill as a 900 RPM weapon at a 4 bullet kill. So the Scar H was roughly equivalent to like an 800 RPM weapon. So that's why the Scar H, yes, the Scar H is a slow rate of fire weapon, but it, like you said, it hits hard. So it doesn't count as a slow rate of fire weapon. It's not for that.
Yeah.
We'll point out here with that distinction in Battlefield 6, there's been a real nod to those heavy hitters, which,
Oh
which
yeah.
is why I'm super excited for the G3
Oh, the
because
G3 is going to be really fun. If the NVO and the M417 are anything to base low RPM weapon expectations off of, I think the G3 is going to fuck people up in this game.
if you've noticed about the M417, it has less recoil, less spread than it should, based on its best case DPS. The reason for that is that if you miss one shot with the M417 with its whatever it is 3-hit kill, that is substantially more punitive than missing one shot with an equivalent 900 RPM weapon with a
Yeah,
4
and
hit kill.
I did definitely notice that you had to be very accurate, and I do like the way they balanced the M417 because assuming, and maybe we'll get into the class system and whether or not weapons locked and unlocked, whatever, because that debate has started up once again, of course. But the M417, they balanced it by just giving it lower magazine count, and then all the other stuff that you mentioned. But it just everything felt viable against each other. Like SMG and CQC, like you would lose to an MP7 if you had an M417 up close. But it's like no one weapon to me in the beta felt so dominant that using anything else is just nerfing yourself, which I think is really impressive.
I think that's the aspirational state for any game is, yes, no weapon is going to be, all weapons are not going to be equally viable at all times. That is a losing battle. You're never gonna
Yeah.
achieve that. And if all weapons are equally viable at all times, then it just means you have 30 of the same weapon, which is pointless. I mean, they're just reskins of the same thing. If you can look at the game and say, I am not actively hindering myself by using this weapon, then I think that's a really good spot to be. There are going to be less popular weapons, there are going to be more popular weapons, but so long as you can look at it and say, I am not hurting myself by using this, I think you've made it as far as having a balanced game.
I think they're closer to BS6's balance might be better than it might be the best beta balance I've seen for weapon balance. There are some things that are like definitely strong. Like the time to kill was a big debate during the beta. The NVO I think had something close to like 200 ms TTK. It was top of my head somewhere in between 600 to 700 RPM, 3 BTK. So I mean this can all be tweaked, but overall, I mean I could use any assault rifle I wanted, any carbine I wanted, even any LMG really, and it felt good. And I can't say the same for a lot of weapons I used in 2042 and in BF5. Like in BF5, if you used, God, I mean, what was that one gun? Using like the Sten or the MP40 or something like that. Like you are just going to die to something else.
Well, it's funny because it's like at launch Battlefield 5, the Sten was actually pretty good. Like the Sten wasn't bad at launch BF5 before the Great Soak.
Yeah, the Great Soak was definitely interesting. For those of you that don't understand the inside joke, where you're referring to the TTK changes in BF5.
Yeah, when we went patch 5.2, the patch that absolutely destroyed the one good part of Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
And it
The
gave us like 10 bullet kill. What was it? The
the
FG42? That was like a 10 bullet kill.
legendary 5 to 13 bullet to kill FG42. A weapon of legend with a 20 round magazine at max distance, at max drop off. You needed to hit 13 bullets to kill that guy.
So
Just
here's
amazing.
a perfect example of failed leadership by micromanagement. What happened? Okay, so there's an issue that's well known. People are dying too quick. People feel like they die too quick in Battlefield 5. So a leader sees that and says, okay, let's make all the guns have a way worse time to kill at range. That's their solution, right? Okay, people are dying too quick. Okay, we need to get everything way more bullets to kill at range. And so that's a directive that's handed down from above to the weapon designer. And no matter what the weapon designer does, and he's quite aware that this is a stupid idea. This is the dumbest fucking response that you could possibly have to this problem. There are so many other things that you should have solved before that. The way people see enemies, the way you register incoming damage, so many things to fix. But because this is a directive from above where a leader prescribes the solution to a problem
He
rather
has to
than
do it.
relying on his subordinates who are experts in this to identify and figure out collaboratively what the solution to this problem is, he passes it down and says, hey, do this. I am prescribing you that you must increase the bullets to kill. That is the wrong way to approach this kind of problem. If you are a leader in this situation, you must rely on your subordinates who really understand the whole picture, who are, have that opportunity to really right, you shouldn't have time. If you're a leader like this, you shouldn't have fucking time to be spending all this time on this one minutia. You don't have the bandwidth for that. So let your subordinates figure it out. Let your subordinates use their agency to resolve these issues. It's just crazy. Just absolutely terrible decision making. Destroyed the one thing that I really liked about Battlefield 5.
Yeah, there was not a I'm a BF5 5.2 survivor. You know, I stream that game every day throughout all the TTK changes. I remember day 1 of 5.2. One of my friends, Boca Rosa, who maybe some people in the chat will remember, he used to stream BF5 regularly. The FG42 was his favorite weapon. There's a famous clip of him that got posted on Reddit where he was maybe 40 meters from somebody and he shot a guy like 8 times and he didn't die, and his face was just iconic. But I'm happy to report in BF6 they didn't go that route with distance, damage over range balancing, everything like that. The BTK at range is fairly low. Like I think 5 to 6 BTK with a lot of weapons are really,
Yeah,
is
like
really the
about on
cutoff
par with
point.
Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4.
Yeah, it's really the cutoff point. And I think another really big win when it comes to the gunplay and just the gameplay of BF6 is the weapons absolutely have more felt and real recoil compared to their 2042 counterparts. And of course, spread matters more. So, I mean, I'm a big time critic of a lot of their direction with the 2 past titles. And again, I harken back to what I said previously. Their design direction with this game is almost like suspiciously good. It's like, oh, okay, you guys actually, you guys are really about to do it this time. Like, even the minute, intricate things that we're talking about right now, it's very clear the direction is vastly improved. Because you don't just accidentally get these things right. And then, of course,
it's
the open weapons versus closed weapons, which we can get into now. And we touched on this in the first podcast. Since then, the debate has started up once again on Reddit and wherever else. And at this point, I'm just like, I don't know if I care, really. Like,
you know how I feel. I am 100% for open weapons. I think that's how the game was designed That's what the game was designed for from the beginning, and it doesn't make sense to make these changes at the last minute. And I think it really lets people play how they want, while also I think it really aligns team play incentives with individual player entertainment incentives. Like players are going to use the weapons with that they want to use, and if you let them also match the weapon that they want to use with the team play gadget that is good for the team, I think ultimately that's going to be the best way to get people to both team play and enjoy their favorite gun.
So I don't know if you're aware of their a direction right now with the way they're going to approach having both systems in the game. They've stated they're going to have playlists for each system. So you'll have closed weapon conquest, open weapon conquest, so on and so forth. They're going to offer both systems to be available in Portal. And I think this is just so fucking dumb, because you're just splitting the player base over something you just don't need to, potentially. It's just stupid. Like, that's really the most eloquent commentary I can have over the fact that they might split the player base over the fucking weapon system. It is dumb.
I don't think you're gonna get a player base split, especially if it's hard to find the closed weapons. It depends on how they present it. If it's like the default is always going to be open weapons, and then you have to navigate through like 3 menus to get to the closed weapons, I think the closed weapons are going to have a lot of trouble finding games, but I don't think it's really going to affect anyone who's just queuing for normal open weapons.
Yeah.
That's my hope anyway. That's how I hope they go about it. Appease the milsimmers. And
I just don't I played both playtests. Both playlists in the beta, because they had closed weapon conquest and open. And people are on Reddit going, "Oh my god, there was such a team play difference in closed weapons." Of course, right?
yeah, right. Yeah,
No, there
right.
fucking
Yeah.
wasn't. No, there wasn't. The game played identically.
Yeah, that's just wishful thinking. Like, the closed weapons, open weapons, it's not gonna change anything as far as like how much you get revived. It's really absurd. It's really not. It's not that big of a deal. The only reason that I am so adamantly for open weapons is because that was what the game was designed for from the beginning.
Yes.
I'm very much against last minute ad hoc changes, and closed weapons is absolutely a last minute ad hoc change. If the game was designed for closed weapons from the beginning, I would not have a problem with that at all. Like, it's perfectly fine. I'd be a little bit sad that submachine guns are once again going to be relegated to the
Engineer.
engineer, because no one uses submachine guns in Battlefield 4, even though they're great weapons,
Yeah.
because you don't get the med kits. So you have this entire category of really cool weapons. Like, come on, the CBJMS is a cool weapon. It's cool, it's fun, but nobody uses it on the infantry maps because you get a launcher. You don't get a med kit, you get a launcher. So if we're doing closed weapons, at least like make carbines the engineer specific and make submachine guns the all-class weapon. I
All-class
think
universal,
that
yeah.
was what Battlefield 3 did. It was a great thing. I don't know why we switched back to carbines. Carbine shouldn't be the all-class weapon. It should be submachine guns if we're doing that.
And of course, during this conversation, everyone that wants them to lock weapons to classes now is completely overlooking everything they would really have to completely rework, because there are multiple things in BF6 they've done to further define the classes that they would have to change in order to facilitate closing weapons. So signature traits, right? They might even have to move certain things from other classes to another class. Like, people are complaining support has access to unlimited ammo and health. And I said in multiple videos, I go, guys, the only way to really fix this last minute thing is to make the assault class the BF4 fucking medic, and then make support how it was in BF4. And then, but then you have to change everything about how they define the classes. You have to change the signature traits. You have to change the signature weapons. You have to redo the buffs or nerfs that everything has. It's move gadgets around. It's just a complete nightmare. And of course, they overlook this and just say, just lock the weapons, just lock the weapons. It's like it's not that simple anymore. Like, this is the direction, and it's clear open weapons has been their direction from the beginning based on the things they've designed around it. So I hope they ignore the closed weapon people. I had a good time in the open weapons system. If they do in a very unexpected decision, close the weapons and don't offer open weapons, I would be very surprised. I'll play it just like any other Battlefield game. Like, I've seen so many comments. Enders can't get any kills without open weapons. It's like,
Guys,
you're a
doesn't,
fucking tourist. Like, you are literally a
doesn't matter
tourist.
that much. Like the people, you still click the button, the weapon still fires, the enemy still dies. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
like
so.
it's not,
And then of
I
course
don't.
the if you want to remark here.
Yeah, meta builds. Once YouTubers and streamers start doing the meta builds, I don't know. Like, are you gonna see like a certain trends? Like 100% yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad thing. Like those trends happen, and that's really a symptom of a healthy metagame where you have trends that come and go.
I can't really name a game that doesn't have a fucking meta, dude. Like,
And it doesn't even matter whether this gun is technically better or technically worse, or if that's just fashionable. Sometimes just propagates through exposure. And things change over time. I don't. If we get into a situation where legitimately everyone is all the time, like, let's say 50% of usage is one weapon, okay, yeah, we might have a problem. But until then, I don't think it's worth really concerning ourselves.
yeah.
But one thing about the ammo crate that I wanted to bring up, ammo is a weird gadget to have because it's either completely useless or the only thing between you and actually being able to play the game. Because either you don't need it at all, which is most of the time,
As we saw in BF5
or
with attrition.
yeah, you either don't need it at all, or you literally can't play the game without it. So in that regard, I think tying ammo and meds together is honestly a kind of a good idea because it takes something that was completely useless most of the time, which is the ammo crate, and then combines it with something that's pretty much useful all the time. So that way it's just like a general resupply,
Mm.
something that's always useful after every engagement. That's my take on that. I think, but if they did close it up, I would say that I think the best answer is to move that medic kit back to the assault kit and then let support keep its ammo.
See,
Which
chat, I
I
was
think
fucking right. Hey, I had so many YouTube comments bitch at me for that because I said that in a video. Hey guys, hey, Marble Duck agreed, so you can shut the fuck up, honestly. So many people, you can't give assault the medic kit, and they're completely ignoring all the other changes I suggested. It's the life of being a YouTuber, truly. 95% of what you say gets ignored. It's great. So, maps, and then we'll get to the BR after this. So maps have been I'd say one of the biggest, if not the biggest, problems with the two previous Battlefield games. Off the top of my head, BF5 was like 4 good maps, maybe 5. 2042, arguably less. We're talking like 2 to 3 truly good maps. In the BF6 beta, I understand I've only played was it 2 or 3 maps? 2 or 3 maps, and all of them were great. Really, like they were all, in my opinion, passable on every mode that I played. And I don't know if I've ever been able to say that for any Battlefield game. Like there are certain instances, maybe in Battlefield 1 for a couple. Like I felt Argonne Forest and a couple other those maps were great on almost every game that I played. But at least so far, given what I've played with the beta, the map design is another thing that has taken just an amazing 180 aside from one aspect that I want to get your input on, which is out of bounds lines. There are still massive problems with the out of bounds lines. And this is something that's overlooked a lot because it was a huge issue in 2042, where you just have great swaths of useless land that really should be out of bounds. And then in other scenarios, you have a situation where on, let's say, Breakthrough, you give the attackers too much free reign and the defenders are too restricted based on the out of bounds lines. And there were certain areas in BF6 where I felt it was, again, a massive issue in terms of streamlining some gameplay elements and allowing one team too much freedom and another team too little freedom. So I'm not sure if you have any input on that, but it was felt for me.
I'll be honest with you. Map design to me is like some sort of sorcery. Like I don't understand it at all. I know what maps I like to play and what maps I don't like to play. Like if we look at prior titles, like okay, Pearl Market, great map. Sen Crossing, great map. Like a couple of those other like medium-sized Battlefield 3 maps, great, fun maps. Then maps you hate to play, like Goldmont Railway, honestly, pretty trash, pretty trash. The objectives are just too far apart. It's hard to really get a good like infantry experience if you're playing Goldmont.
Yeah, you have to stay up on those, what was it, the A, B, and C flags up
Yeah.
to the north of the map.
And even then, if it's like the enemy isn't actively pushing those flags, then you're just gonna have a like you're not gonna have a good time. Like you're not gonna be able to find anyone to kill, which kind of sucks.
Which is why BF4 is a vehicle game. But but I think
I don't know.
Part of why you like Pearl Market and Insane Crossing is also an element that they restored in BF6, which both Pearl Market and Insane Crossing have very intentional amounts of verticality. So for Insane Crossing, compared to, say, Haven in 2042, Insane Crossing has a very limited amount of accessible buildings, and they have a very limited amount of windows on those floors, right? Whereas Haven, I complain about Haven all the time. I might do it later today when I stream again, if I play it. That map has a ton of what seems to be randomly placed 2 to 3 story buildings that don't take any flow into consideration and just offer basically an almost unlimited amount of angles when it comes to verticality in multiple separate areas across the map, whereas that was not the case in BF6's maps, and it wasn't the case in Insane Crossing, as the example you gave, or Pearl Market. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Pearl Market, but you could learn the verticality and the flow a lot better, and I think...
Oh, come on. Pearl Market's a great map.
It's just a lot of shotguns and claymores, dude. And maybe don't hate the game. Maybe just fucking hate the player when it comes to that. These scumbags now, we have a trained player base in BF4. They know what to do. The 870 comes out, the mortars come out, and the claymores come out, and then I leave the server. But yeah, Pearl Market, it was definitely... It wasn't a personal favorite, but it was a good map for me.
You know what game had maps that were pretty... I can't think of that had like a miss, was Battlefield Hardline. I can't think of a single map that was like a straight like loser. Every single one of those maps was actually like pretty good, even in the modes that are generally less infantry focused, like Conquest. Like, come on, Battlefield Hardline like really had it figured out as far as map design.
The block. You remember that map?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 No, that's I really feel like maybe we'll see some inspiration from Battlefield Hardline in a couple of these BF6 maps because of the urban setting. I did feel a slight, I have to be honest, I did feel a slight inspiration from Hardline in the map in New York that we played in the beta. Was it Manhattan or New York? I forget what it was called. You guys know what I'm talking about. It did feel Hardline-esque in the sense that it was an urban location you don't typically fight in. And
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Wasn't Downtown from Hardline leaked? Focus makes a great point. Yes, which is why I think maybe something in my memory.
Oh shit!
Downtown
is coming to 6. Oh, I
Hardline,
didn't
yeah,
know that.
yes, it was leaked that Downtown might be leaked for BF6. So
yeah, that honestly, that a Hardline was that was. I really wish the DLC maps honestly were really good too. Unfortunately, by then no one was playing the game.
yeah,
No one. I
the
don't
most
know. I don't know what
overhated
happened.
Battlefield ever, man. BF1 really needs that hate. No, I'm kidding.
Battlefield Hardline is definitely didn't deserve the vitriol that it received.
Yeah. Now, something else that I don't think deserves the vitriol it's receiving, we'll switch to the BR here. So I don't know if you're a big BR guy. I don't know what BR games you've ever played, if any. But there is a battle royale in Battlefield 6. There was just an official post released detailing a lot of their direction. And I'm not sure if you've seen it, but one of their big...
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't do my homework here. I only saw that there was a battle royale. I don't know anything else about it.
Okay, so we're going to get his live reaction to this. So DICE's design direction with the BR and their big differentiation between their BR and others is that the ring instantly kills you if you touch it.
Okay.
And they have a large emphasis on, I suppose, encouraging player movement. And I think their true intention is they want you to queue into the game. They don't want outskirts campers. They don't want people going into the ring for any such reason, like you could in Warzone or PUBG, where you could enter it, maybe rotate through the ring, heal up, and then come out in a different part of the zone, traveling out of bounds, right? They don't want people doing that. They want to keep the fighting purely in the designated area, and if you so much, it literally says in the post, if you touch it, you instantly die.
That's interesting. Okay.
And then another big thing they did, I'm not sure if you know who Byron Beat is. He's, I think, the mastermind behind Warzone. A lot of the design elements from this BR are definitely harking back to Warzone. There are missions you can do, like you can capture certain areas for XP for your team. There are going to be kill contracts, I'm sure. There are loadouts where you can bring in your customized weapons for the Battle Royale. And one of the biggest things, of course, another thing that's going to differentiate this BR from others is because it's Battlefield, they put vehicles in the BR, but you have to, I guess, earn the right for that power weapon. But an interesting dynamic is it might be hard to keep that vehicle alive if the ring instantly kills you, because I can see many scenarios where you're perhaps farther from the center of the zone than you want to be, and it starts closing, and you have a vehicle, and you have to make the decision of whether or not to give that vehicle up because it might be too slow to actually make it in to the playable zone. So there's a lot of interesting things they announced recently.
Well, if their focus is to get people moving, I think it's a good place to start. I think one of the most frustrating things in Battle Royale games in general is if you are a player who is trying to move somewhere, do something, and you're beamed from like 200 meters away from some guy who's just sitting prone in a building. That's not really great for gameplay. So if what they're focused on doing is getting people moving, that's really good place to start.
Well, touching on your point with buildings, they also mentioned you can topple buildings.
Okay.
So they ring instantly kills you, and then if there is a camper, you can just blow it up. So I honestly am very interested to see how this plays. I'm not a huge BR guy, and you know, a lot of people question whether or not they should even be implementing one of these things, but I think it's just an inevitability. I think EA wants more money and more players and more reach, and they want to compete with Warzone. So they were always going to do it. And I think one of the biggest things the core Battlefield community is just completely overlooking, of course, is the fact that the BR is not made for you. You know, it's not made for you core Battlefield player guys that are gonna be playing fucking hardcore Conquest and Portal day one. So the huge disconnect there.
If it brings over players, Call of Duty players from, I mean, if you think about it, Warzone used to be a pretty grounded military themed shooter experience, and now it's absolutely not. When they started to go downhill, when they tried to bring in weapons from 2 different games at once, when they brought in the Vanguard weapons, that made no sense. That's just an impossible task to balance 2 separate games at once. I think if it brings players over who are disenchanted with that, I think it's a good thing for the franchise.
I think it's fairly impeccable timing from them as well, because Black Ops 7, the general consensus around that I've seen is people don't give a fuck. Like, this is this is the most vitriol I've seen for COD in a very long time. And I think this is the most positive I've seen people be around Battlefield also in a very long time. So it could be another, people are saying it could be another BF1 situation. Perhaps it will be.
Well, BF1 is an interesting, I mean, BF1 definitely has its problems, but it did pull the players in. Definitely did.
Yeah, whether or not that was a I don't even get me started on Battlefield 1 and how, in my opinion, overall, from a franchise perspective, I think that game was extremely negative. Detrimental, rather. Just
Definitely,
in terms
definitely
of...
some untapped potential there in Battlefield 1.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. What else we got?
All right. God, we did touch on quite a lot. We touched on the BR, we touched on classes and weapons and maps. If there's anything you want to add in, this could be a little end segment, and then we'll sign it off.
Hold on, I lost the last sentence you said. I was reading chat.
If there's anything you want to add in, this can be the end segment, and then we can sign it off
Okay.
here.
Okay, COD, please no COD refugees in Battlefield, thank you. No, that's the wrong mentality. Like, yes, we welcome all. We are an inclusive household here. We welcome all COD players. The reason being is that the more successful this particular game is the better the next Battlefield title will be. And the better it does, the better it is for all of us here.
Exactly my point. And I made a video to that exact point called, I think I titled it something like, "You shouldn't want BF6's BR to fail," or something like that. And I mean, dude, the sentiment in the comment section was hilarious. Like, people actively rooting for something to fail.
The best thing that could happen from this is, I don't know whether it's confirmed whether Battlefield 6 does or does not have skill-based matchmaking. I hope it doesn't. I sincerely hope it doesn't. Not only
based
because
on, I put 80 hours in the beta, and David Sterling came out on Twitter and said whatever systems are in the beta are going to be the ones we use on the base game. Okay. It played exactly like a Battlefield game, at like zero discernible difference.
Because, good lord, Modern Warfare 2019 could have been a great Call of Duty if not for the system, which is deliberately designed to keep you at the it's designed to increase your frustration to the maximum permissible level while keeping you involved in the game. So
yeah,
it increases your it's like gambling, right? Like, most of your experiences are going to be negative, but it's going to reinforce you with a positive experience just frequently enough that it keeps you hooked and just spending more and more time in this game. That is what SBM is for. It's just an evil
franchise now, man. It really is.
It's psychologically designed to suck up as much of your time as possible and keep you fixed on it. So if we have a great game that does really well, that doesn't have SBMM, that significantly increases the chance that we'll get a Call of Duty once again that doesn't have this mechanic built into it.
I don't know if there's ever a chance. It might be the first signal for change. Perhaps.
Look, I mean, we can hope, right? Like, could you imagine? Looking at back at old Call of Duty titles when you could just like play the game and not
Not want to rip your hair out.
It didn't feel like some sort of experiment in like psychological manipulation to keep you chained to your chair.
Yeah. And another big thing with the next Battlefield game, and particularly pertaining to Call of Duty versus the Battlefield conversation, Call of Duty obviously insanely overpowered aim assist, rotational aim assist. Everything about it is very deliberately designed to, again, keep those new players playing, you know, make it easier to hit shots, whatever you want to say. Battlefield for the past 4 years with 2042 has quietly made, in my opinion, the best crossplay balance between inputs ever. And I think BF6 continues that. Because aim assist, combined with there being, you know, no discernible skill-based matchmaking, aim assist in BF6 and the way they balance the inputs is great. I didn't complain about aim assist, I don't think, a single time during the BF6 beta. It's not like in Call of Duty where you're in close quarters with some bot that's like literally walking in a straight line and you jump quickly across their screen and they hit every single shot. Then you watch the kill cam, and you know, as they're shooting, they're beaming you, and then when they stop hitting you and you die and the aim assist goes away, their aim goes, it flicks over and they miss everything, and it shows their real input, really. So I think Battlefield it's entered rarefied air potentially in terms of it being the first Battlefield game that's decent in years, with good crossplay balance, with no SBMM. That's like,
oh yeah,
really not been done in the modern gaming space. Something like that.
yeah, vehicles. Just looking at chat. Yeah, vehicles are still weird. Jet and helis especially. I don't know what they're gonna do with it in the Battlefield. In the beta, they were not where they should be. Definitely need a lot of work.
So interesting here. In 2042, they just added Iwo Jima for some reason. Don't ask me why, but they did add A-10 Warthog and a Frogfoot, so attack jets back to the game. And yeah. Silk, who's a great pilot, he made the point that the flight models and the physics for these vehicles are like BF3 and 4, which proves they can actually make those flight models again, and the physics and everything. And I watched Silk's videos recently, and he said, whatever physics and flight model, whatever you're doing, vehicle mechanics wise, these vehicle mechanics you just added in 2042 need to be ported into BF6. And I totally agree with him there. From the brief experience I did have in the beta with the vehicles are definitely a glaring problem area with the game, which is unfortunate because I feel like it's been that way for quite a long time. And it's one of those areas where once it's an issue, I feel like it's kind of hard to actually claw it back, make significant dents in the core issues. I just hope they fix it somehow.
Yeah, seriously, just copy Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I've been saying that for years. Let's copy BF4 vehicles, please. All right, that'll pretty much do it. Unless you also have some closing remarks here. We've been on for about an hour.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really interesting new mechanics in Battlefield 6 that I will be getting into in depth at some point on a video on my channel. To get some really, if you're really interested in the hyper specifics of what makes this game different in terms of gunplay, and we'll have something coming out on that with, you know, charts and shit. And one of our friends did a simulation for us, so we can plot out the actual functional differences of the recoil, the new recoil systems, so you can really get an idea of how it changes gameplay.
All right, so if you guys want to see that, Marble Duck's information and channels will be in the description. Definitely subscribe to him. He's going to be putting out some detail-oriented content for you guys if you're interested in that.
Yeah, that's the goal. So hopefully that's before in the next coming weeks. And
All right.
Yeah, hopefully you guys found this interesting.
Yeah, thank you all for watching on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you, Marble Duck, for taking time out of your busy day. And if you want to subscribe to Marble Duck, again, his links will be in the description. And if you want to follow more Battlefield-related content, BF6, everything to do with that, and more of these podcasts, subscribe to my channel as well. And I do stream these live, so all the links will be in the description for that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
All right. We'll end it there with YouTube. Oh, I'm full screened. I'm not sure if he's still... Did he leave the call? He left the call. He's a legend for just leaving the call, honestly. Goat. Goat. All right. Marbus Duck, dude. Fucking Marbus Duck. He's cool. All right, now we unfortunately play the game, which is devastating to me. It's very devastating to me. Big Marble. That video will likely be up tomorrow. That podcast will likely be up tomorrow, because I'm not sure I have an upload for tomorrow, so I might as well just... well, we'll see. We'll see. I did see there was some stuff on... Let's see. Bunch of Battlefield Bulletin news coming out, actually. So we'll take a look at the Battlefield Bulletin stuff first. And my camera's off, and it's back on. Limp Bizkit released a new song that contains references to BF6. Crazy, I need to listen to that. Ripple Effect is encouraging players on PS5/Xbox Series X to keep crossplay on in BF6, even if they can't promise that there will be zero cheaters on PC. Based. Because you want to know the fucking truth, Nuke, man? Crossplay balance is good in this game. And these console players, and I hate to use an example, but like Teabag Gaming, maybe we'll get him on the podcast, but Teabag Gaming is so notorious for this on Twitter. Going on Twitter, acting like playing against PC players in Battlefield is some insurmountable task. It's not. It's just not. Battlefield is a positional game, and positioning is not restricted based on what fucking platform you're on. Just because you're on controller doesn't mean you can't outposition me. Aim is only a small part of what makes you good at Battlefield. It can really help, but it's a small part relative to positioning and timing and the angles you take and the weapons you use and the class you use. It's a small part. So, what do they say here? In a recent interview with IGN, technical director Christian Bull says Ripple Effect is being extremely aggressive against PC cheaters, but cheaters will always be there since it's a never-ending cat and mouse game. Interesting how Riley isn't banned. Just gonna, We're doing a lot on the PC side to clamp down on cheating as much as possible. We have a whole team with Battlefield dedicated to anti-cheat. It includes engineers, analysts who are reviewing things and banning players and figuring out what the latest cheats are. We have another whole dedicated team at EA to anti-cheat that we work closely with. Moreover, senior console combat designer Matthew, not even gonna say his last name, because listen, I can already see the TikTok clips, said crossplay will be on by default when a player loads into Battlefield 6 for the first time. But the console players who turn it off will limit their pools to PlayStation and Xbox communities. you guys see the last name, right? I'm not even gonna do it. Like, in today's climate, we can't do this. I'm not even taking the risk. You don't want to play a game and feel like a bunch of people on the other side are cheating. I hope console players feel confident enough in what we're doing for cheating on the PC side that they don't feel like they want to turn off crossplay just for that reason. If they do want to, that is an available option for them, but we think it's super important for PC and console players to be confident that most of the people that they're playing with or against are not cheating, and we're putting a huge amount of effort into that. So I hit this with a quote tweet. Boom. Battlefield has low-key had the best crossplay balance between inputs of any FPS game I can currently think of, with 2042 and BF6. Turning off crossplay to avoid cheaters is one thing, but a lot of console players have this idea that playing against M&K players is an impossibility. Yo, Enders, you want my EA stuff so you can play the Battle Royale? How about shut up? Oh my God. God. Anyway. Marble Duck cooked with his explanation of SBMM, 100%. A lot of console players have this idea that playing against M&K players is an impossibility. But in reality, aiming is only a small part of Battlefield gameplay. Positioning, timing, and many other factors make up over 90% of how you win a fight against any player on any platform of any skill level. Positioning, timing, awareness, and many other factors make up over 90% of how you win a fight against any player on any platform of any skill level. And I dropped the truth nuke about crossplay. And I simply dropped the truth nuke about crossplay. Console players that have the delusion that, like, I die to shitters all the time. Okay? That period. Ripple Effect says they didn't want Battlefield 6 to suffer from leaks, but getting player feedback had to come at any cost. Following IGN's interview, technical director Christian Bull talked about their approach to Battlefield 6 leaks and how Ripple Effect made it a little bit harder for people to leak things, but kept its sights set on one goal: get the game in front of players even though they know it will end up leaking. I remember at one point making a big presentation that said, what will leak? Everything. Like, we just started with that assumption that things would leak. Now, to be clear, we don't want things to leak. We weren't seeing leaks, but we knew that the most important thing was to get the game in front of players. See, this is based. This is what Marble Duck is talking about with the leadership direction, right? Like, this is very clearly coherent leadership. Ripple Effect says Battlefield 5's PS5 Pro version runs at 2160p, so 4K on fidelity mode, locked to 60 FPS, and 1620p in performance mode with a higher frame rate. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this is. Ripple Effect has made some considerable changes to the auto spotting system in Battlefield 6 by reducing both the range and its duration since open beta. What do they mean auto spotting? Do they mean the recon perk or the nameplates appearing above players' heads? We found out a lot in the open beta that it was obviously very strong, just like players said. Really, players ended up just shooting Doritos. Light environments, dark environments, they were just like, hey, aim at the Dorito. You're going to hit something at the end of the day. Yes, but it's essential for visibility. It's essential for visibility. We definitely don't want that for Battlefield, so we've definitely reduced the duration, reduced the range, everything across the board to really hit that system and align it more appropriately with what we want. Again, we want the information. It's important to ping players, but it's got to be an active part of Battlefield. It can't just be a fire and forget sweep across the whole thing and everyone's lit up. That was very apparent in the open beta, so we've made some considerable changes to the system. In terms of strength overall, we've definitely toned it down. Matthew redacted added. It depends on how they go about making changes to the passive spotting system and how like severe things are. It's a very slippery slope. It's a very, very slippery slope with the spotting things. I could see a world where even minute changes really hurt the visibility even more. It's likely fine though. It's likely going to be fine. I think is EA just down? I went to go play 2042 and the EA app is just nuked. What? Is the EA app just nuked? No, it's good. Unfortunately, we can actually play the game. BF6 have input-based matchmaking? No. There's no input-based matchmaking. How's Borderlands? It's good. I've been enjoying it. I played it last night with my friends a little bit. It's definitely... The performance is unacceptable.
Looks like the wait.
I don't really know what they're going to be able to do with the performance, considering it's on Unreal Engine 5, which is apparently just a massive piece of shit. I wasn't aware of just how bad it is, apparently. The performance is horrible. Like, I was playing with my friend. He has a 5900X and a 3080 Ti. He was getting 60 frames on low. $60 frames. So the performance is abysmal. Is it at least a step up gameplay wise? The movement is insane. Double jumping, air dashing, gliding, sliding. It's pretty fun. I haven't played much. I only played about 3 hours. So I have not been able to play much of it, really. But auto spotting, it's broken in beta. There's people using legal cheats that comes built in mouse and keyboard to trigger a set key to spam spotting. What? Okay, there needs to be a clear distinction between passive local spotting that only you can see and actual Q spotting that everybody can see when you hit Q to spot a player. There's massive confusion surrounding this subject.
Tango down!
Oh my god. They need to...
Gotcha! Hostile mark, right here!
What are they going to do to have the performance so bad? Are they full ray tracing? Oh, fuck. Doesn't UE5 have some sort of like forced...
Threat mark!
some forced bullshit? Oh, this game is so fucking trash. So we're sitting in a corner. So this is the gameplay. So we're sitting in a corner, not moving. So we're just sitting in a corner now.
Let's go!
Why does this map look like assets from BF3/1? Because it is.
New plan.
Because this map is, it's not necessarily assets from BF3/1. It's assets
60
from
meters
Portal,
from my position.
from BC2. The BC2 Portal maps that they reused and just haphazardly slapped together.
Hostile down. Need to reload.
Finish the battle pass. I'm uninstalling. Uncle Bathroom says, "Gamers, help me. Gamers, help me." Dude, Uncle Bathroom. He's 1 in 5.
Took one out.
This game is so fucking false. I would have died to the shitter anyway, but... Leave Uncle Bathroom alone, please. He needs some help, man.
Marking threat. I'm on my way. Hold tight. Hostile, over there. Enemy soldier, mark. Loading.
Government 4570. I might try to save Uncle Bathroom. He's 4 and 6 now. Help me, gamers. I need to screenshot this. This is screenshotable. Do you think Uncle Bathroom has his mic on? Do I need to turn that on? He's getting attacked. He's getting rammed down. Can I save him? Fuck him up! Did he kill? He beat his ass.
One down. Hold tight, on my way.
I have to save him.
Grenade out. Grenade going out. Hostile down. Tango down. One down.
Little fucking bitch ass pussy. Oh my god.
Gotcha. Danger on the map. Northeast. Stay back.
Do I have a team? I don't have a team, do I? I don't have a team. Look at, like, my whole team is literally in these buildings and they're not shooting anybody. Which is really, really amazing. If you really have to, like, if you think about it, just how unbelievable that really is. That there are 25 teammates in that area and enemies are still just everywhere. It's really depressing. It's like, wow. The humans collectively are just fucking worthless sometimes, huh?
Northeast. Enemy soldiers! Angle mark! Hostile over there! West! Hostile sighted!
Fuck off. Oh my god.
Spotted an enemy! Southwest! Danger on the map! Actually, cancel that. Got one! Red mark! South!
Dude, I just can't relate to being such a bitch, you know? It's just one of those things where I can't relate to this gameplay. I can't relate to it in any way, shape, or form. I just can't. Sitting in your spawn with a sniper rifle while you're being spawn trapped, I just can't relate to it. I don't know what it's like to be that much of a bitch. I really don't.
Grenade out! Take cover!
I'm begging you to go back to COD. Well, you're asking the wrong streamer because I don't play Call of Duty. I play Battlefield. I've been a Battlefield streamer for every single day for 7 years, so I can't really go back to COD if I've never been there, you know? You're awful enough to be a COD streamer. Something tells me you're really mad. I don't know. You pressed, man? What's wrong? D1 hater. I mean, he was probably in that Haven game and got shit on, and now he's mad, so. It's unfortunate. Now that is a classic example of catching people with their pants down. Catching people with their pants down. A lot of them were trying to throw grenades. A lot of them that were trying to shoot back at me just died, right? And they all just died. I mean, they didn't expect somebody to run through the smoke directly at them. And they all just... Yeah, they didn't expect to push. Obviously, there's like a degree of luck to that as well, but... Because one guy could have just had a fucking shotgun, but... That's pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Just killed, like... How many people was that? We actually need to relive the farm. Hold on. We actually need to relive this farm. This was devastating farm. This was brutal fucking farm. Dude, what? Dude, holy shit. Look at this screenshot right here. Look at this. Look at Okay, so okay. This guy's jumping. This guy looks to be throwing an ammo box down or reviving. That guy's doing nothing. Yeah, dude, they're so caught off guard here. That's so funny. How many people is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 9? It was like, what? 9. You hate to see it, you know? Hate to see it. Hate to see it. That rarely ever fucking happens, dude. Especially in this game. Yeah. Pilot got him killed there. Oh shit. That's the attack helicopter.
Hostile spotted! Enemy tank in the area!
Go! Almost caught his tail.
Shit! Hostile tank! Due east! Hostile tank! Watch over here! Reloading now! Enemy here! Watch out, tank!
Go to the doctor, right? Physician, checkup. Literal, like, body scans, brain scans, the whole thing. There's something wrong with you.
Hit on target! Missile target!
I can't even stress enough, like, how fucking important it is to kill the Mavs on this point. Or, like, these first few areas.
Contact!
If you don't kill the Mavs, you're so fucking dead.
Contact! Down! Reloading weapon! On target!
Alright, here's where I leave the game. Because defense is masochism.
We're needed. Let's move.
Defense is simply masochism. Ugh, and you should just not subject yourself to it. It's a horrible time. Some NA players right there. Yeah, dude, for sure. First two sections of this map are designed to be taken by the attackers. Man, it's shit. It's terrible. Terrible design. Engine disabled, drives away. Nice game. Engine disabled, drives away. Actually true. Canelo Crawford tomorrow? Yeah. I might watch that. Do you use underbarrel AP grenades on the AN? Yeah, I mean, underbarrel APs are fucking OP. They're really great. I don't know why people don't use them more. This is just like defense on whatever this map is called. Okay.
Hold tight, on my way. Hooks in. Southeast. Threat mark. Disregard that order. Marking threat. West. Actually, cancel that.
So disgusting.
Marking a threat. Hostile located. Enemy tank. Enemy fire.
Oh man, this game.
Infantry on my mark! Away we go! Hostile fire team in my area! Located hostile tank! Watch my back! I need a pickup over here! I've got eyes on hostile rangers. 110 meters. Tango on my mark. Tango down! Tango down! Need a second to reload. Danger zone.
Really can't do anything here.
Found some med supplies. Target down.
Oh my god. This map is so fucking... Have you played Apex? Yeah. I haven't played Apex in... I mean, it has to be...
Hostile sighted.
5 years? It'd be completely unrecognizable to me now. It really would be. It'd be completely unrecognizable. This game is a fucking disgraceful piece of shit.
Hostile mark. 110 meters away.
Game is just straight up one of the worst video games ever
Get moving. Head
created.
to the mark. Tango identified. Medic.
I just... You tried the more recent seasons of the finals? No, I don't play the finals. Guys, I don't have time to play video games. I'm just gonna be like, I'm so serious. Like, I don't play the finals. I don't play, like, I want to play Borderlands 4 really bad, but like the reality is it's probably gonna take me fucking 3 years to even like get through everything in that game, because I don't know. Like, this time next month, I'm gonna be in full BF6 swing. I'm gonna be doing... Fuck, like, probably 16 or 18 hour days for, like, 2 weeks at least. For the first initial 2 weeks of BF6. Been streaming insane amounts of time and making all the YouTube videos, and... That's about to be fucking nuts, so...
Watch out at the marker. Around 40 meters from my position. Grenade out! Threat located! Right at the marker! Got one!
Guys, can we kill the... I'm playing Borderlands 4 offline. Brother, it came out fucking yesterday. I mean, I played for like 3 hours yesterday.
One down! Reloading! One of their vehicles! West! That's a hostile fire team!
What the fuck are you talking about? Do vehicles dominate the... What? What are you talking about?
Enemy tank located! 50 meters away from my position. Down one of them! Cover me! I'm reloading! Right at the marker! Northwest!
Why am I sniping?
Throw grenade!
Oh my god, the recoil. Oh my god. Dude, the recoil bug is insane.
Danger here! What? Enemy in. Marking enemy tank! Woo! Woo! Marking danger!
Ew.
Threat located! South!
Gross.
Found one of the vehicles. Spotted an enemy! North! I need a pickup!
There's a recoil bug. Yep, the mouse input is broken and the recoil's bugged. This game doesn't work on any level. It's the most unrepresentative, broken, busted, horrible. Ugh. Just don't even get me started, dude. It's just disgraceful.
Threat located! West! Enemy tank! Threat marked! Marking threat!
You guys like the podcast when I stream them? I considered not streaming that one and just like going live. I don't know. I feel like you guys like when they're live recorded.
Marking danger! Danger on the map! One down! Woo! Meters. Marking threat. Enemy fire team. Danger here. Fuckers on the loose. Northwest. Reload, cover me.
God, I can't believe it. I cannot believe a collective team of people made the game. You know, it still hasn't sunk in yet that this game was made by like a team. You know, and like this is what happened. Like this is the game.
Multiple enemies around 40 meters from my position. Grenade!
Kinetic grenade pod. He's just kinetic grenade pod, just spamming explosives. It's... Thoughts on the BR leaks? Do you see me looking at BR leaks right now? Like what? I'm not gonna look at BR leaks while I'm live on stream. Do you guys know what a fucking NDA is? Do you have any idea what that is? Do you have any idea how dumb it would be for me to do that? Do you have any idea how dumb you are for expecting me to do that? Or like,
Hostile troop.
Dude.
Around 70 meters from my position. Careful at the marker. Danger here.
what the fuck is this? I've never seen this shit in my life.
Help over here.
Fucking absolute fucking cancer cells that play this game.
Woo, that was some serious.
Ban Zura. I'm done with this shit. Ban him from the Discord too. This fucking retard out of my fucking life, please. This guy's a stupid chimp. Please fucking remove him from my life.
I'm reloading. Enemy fire. One of ours is down. I'm reloading.
This game is so boring. You're under NDA for public information they put out. Weird. You just fucking retarded? Like, dude. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Please never work for any business. Never go to... Just stay away from the rest of society, please. Let us function as normal people while you just do whatever. Just stay away. I don't want to play Haven. It's a disgraceful map. Like,
Here I go. Hostile mark. 70 meters from my position. Threat mark. Mark the gate. 50 meters from my position. Hostile troops. Watch out at the marker, right here. Spotted a hostile. Gotcha. Tango spotted, 50 meters away from my position. Tango on my mark. Watch your step here. Danger here! Northwest! On me! Hostile located. Around 50 meters from my position. Infantry on my mark! Hostile fire team! Threat mark! 50 meters from my position. Time to reload. Fire team!
this fucking running on a mousepad is gonna make me destroy my desk one of these days.
Northeast!
Let me smash.
Last sub before BF6 //
Spotted him! 40 meters away from my position. Objective mark, move in! Enemy soldier mark! North!
Orinox, thank you for the sub, man. Last sub before BF6. It doesn't even feel like BF6 is around the corner. Really, it's so weird when you play this game. It just feels like time never moves. But yes, it is the last sub before BF6. Why the fuck are you not playing Battlefield Labs off stream? Can you shut the fuck up? Like, my God. Who said I'm even still in labs? What are you talking about? I made one video about what I experienced prior to the 31st or whatever, when they lifted that NDA. Like, what are you talking about? And acting like you know me or something. You know anything. Just delusional.
Toe to the line, people.
You ever consider that I don't give a fuck either? Yeah, that's another thing to consider.
Engage targets to that objective. Let's climb. Marking a hostile. Piece of shit! Tango on my mark, right here. Hostile down!
Go to hell.
Put one out! Grenade out! Threat located! Tango down! Marking some ammo! Enemy is down! Enemy sights located. On me! Keep them away from this objective. New plan. Reload. Marking danger. South. Grenade outgoing. Got supplies at the marker! Got one! One down! Reloading, cover me! Target is spot.
This game is shit. You're prone. You're prone looking this way. It's just, it's, wow, that's weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're so weird. What the fuck?
Danger located. On my position.
What? I have never seen that before.
Located supplies.
Man, come on, man. Like, we need, come on, man. Like, we're trying to, come on, man. Like, come on.
In my area. Need a second to reload.
The sheer amount of Blasco players is truly alarming. It really is just a fucking problem, isn't it? Blasco the XP guy? Yeah, yeah. Dude, I hope someone clipped the first life. The first life where I ego chowed like fucking 7 people in that hallway and just killed all of them. Dude, you guys really need... Like, holy shit. That was, Have you have your BIOS RAM optimized? Yeah. I do. Freethy does all my Windows installations. He makes sure my computer is set up well. I don't really want to play Haven again, you know? Who did it? Freethy? Yeah. Freethy's done my Windows installations for like 6 or 7 years. He's great. Good dude. Really goated, indeed, he is. $200, but is goat. He does mine for free, but yeah, he's great. Are you on Windows 11? No, I need to be put on Windows 11 before BF6, I think. So I'm gonna have to unfortunately do a complete Windows reinstall in the next 2 weeks, which I fucking hate. I fucking hate it so much. I hate doing that stuff.
Get moving. Head to the marker. Target down. Around 50 meters from my position. Up we go. Enemy soldier marked.
Huh? Somebody find that guy's ankles. Somebody find that guy's ankles, please. A man is missing ankles.
Frag, get down! Tango down!
I don't know. Dude, sometimes you really do shoot at blobs in this game. Like, it's an enemy-shaped blob, and you're like, okay.
Enemy device on my marker!
Like, I see the dot, I see he's shooting at me.
Tossing grenades.
I don't necessarily see him.
Took one down. Reloading, cover me! New plan. Around 40 meters from my position. Mark some enemy tech. Enemy fire. Spotted multiple tangos. Spotted!
god. You can enroll in extended security updates to stay in Windows 10 for another year. Nah, whatever. I'm just gonna go to 11. Once I start hearing about, yeah, they're gonna shut support down and we're not gonna update this anymore, it's just time to go to the other. Just time to go to the other OS. Simple. Don't even fucking deal with it. Teabagging me with a shotgun while he's 6 and 6. It's just really interesting.
Cancel that. Marking danger. 40 meters away from my position.
Love to see it, indeed.
Let's climb. Enemy soldier marked. 110 meters.
So funny how this weapon has this has no drop off until 100 meters. So like I just
Marking a hostile. Grenade thrown. Around 40 meters from my position. Leave me here. Reloading.
a mini boss spawns on that guy. Dude, this game is so funny with the spawns. God, I kill the mob, right?
Threat neutralized.
I kill the fucking NPC, and then a mini boss spawns on the NPC. It's like a world boss, you know? Elden Ring battle music starts. Yeah, really? For those of you that have played Borderlands 4, I mean, how do you guys feel about it being, like, open world? I really feel like the navigation suffers, but maybe I'll get used to it. I liked the way it was set up before because I was able to be thorough with each individual area. And now it feels very, very difficult to be thorough in the game.
Friendly is down.
Fuck. But they might kill him. Oh my god, that would have been so funny. I'm just stupid. I'm just a stupid chungus. Fuck my stupid chungus life. What gel do you use on your hair? That is a good question. I don't remember. Not right now, at least. I don't remember. There's a pike near me. There's a...
Up we go. going. Around 60 meters from my position.
Yeah, this gun's fucking broken. Yeah, I mean, this gun is absolutely fucking broken.
Time to reload. New plan. Spotted an enemy. Tango down.
Please
Hostile
leave me
located.
alone, man. Just one of those Haven days where everything works, huh?
Hooks in. Marking threat. One down. Multiple hostiles.
He's so proud of himself every time he kills me, you know? It's really embarrassing.
Rally on my marker. Right at the marker. West.
Okay, can we please capture the C flag? This is...
Grenade outgoing. Let's go. Got one.
He's flirting with you. Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, you're right. Enders, are you live? Dude thinks I'm playing this game.
Tango spot. 60 meters away from my position.
Dude thinks I'm playing this game off stream. We'd love to see it, man.
Danger located.
Silly, silly individuals. Silly.
Grenade for him. Grapple in place. Marking danger. Reload. Red mark.
Oh, what the fuck? Had I got my own team, part of my squad teabagged me for no reason after someone killed me. Probably just crouch spamming, dude. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was actually being a freak. He probably was. I don't know. You wouldn't lie about that. Maybe. Guys, we're gonna lose, by the way. Like, I don't know how this is even possible, but yeah, we're gonna. C flag is way too important on this map, dude. It's just so essential, but it's also impossible to get because of just the sheer amount of fights that need to go your way. Is your suit pressed for the 2042 uninstall stream? No, I need to do my dry cleaning. It's alright, I'll take that in. I'll get everything set for it, don't worry.
Grenade thrown. Ah, fuck! Reloading! Oh! I need help!
Wow. SVK, huh? Any offline progress on Borderlands 4? I play with some friends and I started a new character. I'm playing that siren chick. I have demon wings and I fucking throw fireballs at people. It's pretty insane, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this Logitech G Pro wireless super light too, you know? I'm gonna just consume it. Simple as that.
Oh, I need help here. Oh, fuck. Please.
I need to have like a whole plan for the 2042 uninstall stream. It's gotta be like a big deal, you know?
I got this.
All right.
Got one. Grenade going out. I need help over here.
Fuck me. Have a party and do a 24-hour stream. I will never do a 24-hour stream, dude. I don't understand how listen. Streamers that can do 24-hour streams must just have nothing going on in their life, dude. I'm sorry. Like, it's...
Near my position.
I don't understand how I would ever do a 24-hour stream. There's like always a scenario where I need to do something else, or I need to be somewhere. Like, it's... Like, even for the release of BF6, I'm not... Which is probably the biggest event, like, of my life recently. I'm never doing a 24-hour stream. It's just... It's not a good idea, you know? Like,
Away we go. Spotted. In my area. Long tango.
good job.
Enemy spotted! Southeast!
Shoot my body. People are so mad at me. What the fuck?
One down! Woo!
You know what? You know what would be really interesting to see? We need to take a picture of the player count of 2042 a day before BF6 releases, and then at the same time, we need to check the player count. So at, like, let's say noon on October 9th, we need to check what the player count is for 2042. And then noon on October 10th, we need to look at it. Ideally, it's a 99.9% drop. Like, I want to see the line, right? The trend line, and just an actual, just a cliff. A chasm. And check Delta Force. Yeah. Check Delta Force. You know, for some reason, guys, I have a feeling Delta Force is going to remain unaffected. Wonder why. I could. Man, Delta Force must just be super, super popular. Right, guys? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I came to your Twitch because you drop over 100 kills. Yes, man. Yes. How's Borderlands been? I've only played about 3 hours. It's been fun. Under CS era? No. No. Is performance that bad on Borderlands 4? Yes. The performance is really abysmal. It is very disappointing for a lot of people. Shame about the no minimap. Yeah, I mean, it's just bit of a joke, isn't it? Yeah, it's UE5, yeah. Dude, USPS tracking numbers are so funny. Because it's like, tracking number created. And then the next update is it being delivered. There's like no...
No solo shit out there.
I guess I'll do the typical Liss defense play. What are you wearing for the 2042 uninstall stream? I don't know. I'll get a new dress shirt and a new tie, and I'll make a new combination of things. better hire that mariachi band. Yeah, I don't think, I don't think that'll be approved, you know? Oh my god.
Took one down! Enemy! North!
It's gonna be a party, even I'll suit up. Dude, you know what we should all do? We should all actually get dressed up for it. Like, and post, like, pictures in Discord and fucking everything. It should be, like, one of those events where... You know what's that meme where it's, like...
Danger over here!
me at, like, some other really important event, and it's, like, he's just in, like, sweatpants. And the meme is, like, me at 2042 uninstall stream, and it's just, like, in a tuxedo with fucking...
Have to reload! Throw my message!
What perfume are you gonna wear that day? It has to be something outrageously expensive. Like, I might wear Rozhadub Diaghilev just to, like, flex on the game. Fucking perfume's $1,000. I watched a video and the creator that told you Ben Shapiro. I don't care. Oh my fucking what? How many people were there? Whoa! 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 Holy shit! What?
What's over here? Northeast!
Oh my god!
Missile target! Contact! Enemy kilo! Halfway out! Enemy kilo!
Listen, man.
Reloading weapon! Mark the kill! Helo in the sky! Marking hostile helo! Enemy kilo marked! 200 meters out!
Shitter.
Hit on target! Danger
Shitter.
here! Close to me! Big fucking tank! Oh, help me up! I can get you up!
Dude, Clankerless is pretty cool. Kliss. Oh. Dude, that may be one of the rare times where, like, that C5 clip might be we might have to post that on Reddit. Like, one of you guys might have to post that shit on Reddit. I can't post it. And even if you guys post it, it'll be immediately downvoted because it's just a hive mind full of dads. But that's, like, actually a... Where ADS? How ADS? How? No, that's good. That's all good. It was a game glitch. It was a game
One of
glitch.
their heroes! Northwest! Hostile heroes! Reloading! Hero in the sky! My target's down! Enemy contact! Northwest! Tango! Placing target!
Rolled. This is not good. This is not very good.
Spotted a hero!
What did I just? That's fine.
Explode the flame! Reloading!
Where did the hell he go? This is so fucking broken.
Please requested pickup!
Ellie's probably... Actually don't know where the hell he is. I fucking blind? Did it die?
Sighted a hostile transport! Long distance! Back in trouble! Enemy down! What's here? Normal message! Reloading! Ready! I'm reloading!
I hope making BF6 content makes you a millionaire. Thanks, dude.
Schlagbeton! Hostile spotted! 170 meters away! Missile on target!
I'm not even worried about that. Fucking, let's hope the game is good for an extended period of time
Get it, disregard!
and that it's fun to play. That would be enough.
Stay alert here, on my position!
That would be just fine. Everyone knows Twitch streamers are all millionaires anyway, so. Bizarre.
Danger here! 70 meters from me!
Chat, I'm fucking hungry. I might just leave this game, you know?
Grenade out! Step back! Hostile down! Step
just hungry, dude. I'm just fucking hungry. Okay. Just get me out. I mean, hey, that was a sick ass. We need to watch the C4 clip again. We need to watch the C4 clip because I don't even know how this happened. Okay, so
Oh my fucking what?
that was with a single C4, I think, too.
Oh my fucking what? How many people were there?
Dude.
Oh my fucking what? How many people were there?
Boom. Boom.
Oh my fucking what?
Boom, your team dies. Boom. C25. C25. That's funny. I can't find the redacted clip. Yeah, I should try to go back and clip that. I don't see it either. I don't really know what happened there, but. All right, well, that was a crazy stream with some like crazy clips. Some crazy clips. That one redacted clip, the C5 clip. Pretty banger clips today. What the fuck? All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. I'll have the Marble Duck video up on YouTube. I don't know. Next week, it might be tomorrow, might be next week. Keep an eye on it. I might stream Borderlands tonight, maybe. Perhaps. Okay. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you all for all the subs, resubs, host bits, raids. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or maybe later tonight.